Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, YouTube viewers. Ali here again. Basically, just recording a video in response to a question that one of our brothers had to the video series that I created about the Cardinal Articles of Faith, Resurrection, and Judgment. Basically, he had a question about the Muslims that in my video I said that there are Muslims that would pay for their sins in hell. And once Allah has determined that they've paid for their sins, they would basically be allowed to enter paradise. And he was under the understanding that basically once you enter hell, you're there for life. He wanted to know where I got that information from. And the information I got from Hadith Qudsi, Hadith number 36. However, as always, it's important as Muslims that we always go back to the Al-Quran and see what the Quran has to say about this topic. And I did do a text search on a software that I have called the Alim software. Basically, it's a pretty good software. You can text search the Quran and Hadith and everything else like that. And there are like 102 different verses that refer to hell, and I couldn't find too much because they all talked about the disbelievers, and of course the disbelievers they would be given direct access to hell, so to speak. But what about those who are believers and they didn't ask for forgiveness for the sins that they've done on earth? So I went through and I searched, and I came on Surah 11, Surah Hud, verses 106 and 107. And I think this probably is like the best explanation in all the reading that I did. I didn't read all the other finds. There are many other finds. I just didn't read all of them. But from the Yusuf Ali translation, he says basically, those who are wretched shall be in the fire. There will be for them therein, and he has in parentheses, nothing but the heaving of sighs and sobs. They will dwell therein for all the time that the heavens and the earth endure, except thy Lord willeth. For thy Lord is the sure, in parentheses sure, accomplisher of what he planneth. So I think that also is points what Hadith Qudsi is saying to be true, that the wretched of the believers will face that torment in hellfire until they have paid for their sins. So hopefully that answers the question, and I appreciate the fact of the comment because it did allow me the opportunity to go search through the Quran and find what the Quran has to say about this topic, and if my belief was wrong, and I appreciate that. And if my belief still is wrong, please let me know, and please share with me where I can find the truth as to this not being the case. And one of the things I appreciate about this YouTube thing is that we can learn from each other, and I think it's our responsibility to share with each other. And in the process of sharing with each other and learning from each other, there are those that are going to be looking into Islam, and they can see what Islam really teaches. And I think this is why it's important that as Muslims we should start. There are a few brothers that are already doing this thing, but it's important that we share the knowledge with each other, that we learn from each other. By no means am I a scholar. I mean, can you imagine a scholar that hates to read? But I am getting better. Inshallah, I will be better soon. But by no means am I a scholar, and I don't know everything. Just like most of you, I am learning my religion day by day as we go, and because of that, if I say something that is wrong in the belief of Islam, please let me know so I can better equip myself for the truth of Islam. And if you do that, if you say something or do something that I think can be corrected, as far as the truth in Islam, I will also make it my duty to tell it to you. So inshallah, we can learn from each other. So with that said, I'd like to end this video. And again, thanks, brother, for asking the question. It did give me the opportunity to go into the Quran and do a little bit more reading. So with that, I'd like to end the video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.